and welcome to another episode of the Adrienne Ross Show, where sports and culture connect. Now, y'all Indiana Fever fans, y'all can go ahead and pretend you're not too excited about this upcoming season. You can pretend, we don't know how it's going to go. And I'll admit, we don't know how it's going to go. But I'm not going to pretend that I'm not excited. I'm even more excited that today, who showed up in the house, in the field house, Sophie Cunningham. And you know what? She's not pretending either. Several times she said that word. Yeah. That word. Championship. She's not pretending that she's just here to count the daisies or skip through the daisies or whatever other expression you could come up with, hopefully not as corny as mine. Sophie Cunningham has made it plain. The first thing she thought about with Indiana was championship. Obviously, that should be the ultimate goal. And I get that there are people who are like, yo, we got to play it smooth. We don't want to get too excited. Yo, I'm going to give myself license to get excited right now for what Sophie Cunningham had to say. Can't show you the full interview she had, but I am going to show you a few things and a portion of what she said to reporters in Indiana. So we are over here on X at the Indiana Fevers page. Sophie Cunningham is in the house. Fire. And her first stop at Gamebridge Fieldhouse was to see her new threads.
Oh gosh, this is the first time I've seen my jersey. Oh, I love this. It's like I'm a rookie all over again.
Finally here.
No.
All right.
And a message from Sophie Cunningham.
Hey guys, it's Sophie Cunningham here. I'm finally in Indiana and I am so excited to be here and meet all of you. See you guys at the game. Bye.
Before I show you Sophie already in the gym, already getting the workout in, I'm going to show you a little bit of the interview she had on X, and then I'm going to go on over to YouTube so you can see this portion that I definitely want you to check out. Clark Wade on X.
I'm stoked. I'm so excited. I think it's refreshing. I've been in Phoenix for the past 6 years, was drafted out there. I've had a really great time. I've been very blessed with being around a lot of GOATs in the game and learning the game on another level. But again, like this is just a new style and this is the style that I thrive in when you have people who can shoot the ball, who move the ball, who are running gunners, and share the ball. Like this is the type of offense that I want to be in. And so I'm just stoked. And like I said, the offense is more my style, but I'm also surrounded by a great culture and great people. And that's what I'm also very excited about to be here in Indiana. To be honest, my original thought was like, oh, heck yeah. Like we're about to go win a championship. Like that's exactly where my mind went. And like I said, it's all about the people. It's about the culture. I learned a lot out there, but now I'm ready to move on to something bigger, something better, and have a lot of really great players around me to, seriously go win a championship.
So here is a proven player who's stoked, to quote her, to be there in Indiana, who loves the style of play. I'm telling you, every basketball player who's ever played pickup basketball, I mean, not just played organized basketball, but every person who's ever played pickup basketball, you love the run and gun. You love the opportunity to be free, to get up and down the court. And, you got to play in the half court too. But that freedom that you get in Indiana, the expectation that you're going to be able to have some structure, but also be able to get up and down the floor. And on this team, with this new coaching staff, be able to play defense and then use that defense to create more offense. Hey, as a fan, and I'm sure obviously more so as an organization, you want people who want to be there. And the pieces they brought in, according to what they say, they absolutely want to be here. And Sophie Cunningham, I'm only going to show you a little more, very little bit more of the interview. I'll put the link in the description of this video so you can watch it. But it's obvious that she wanted to play with Caitlin Clark. I've done a video on that before. And so this is really cool. She talks about in the full video how she wanted to she tried at the All-Star game to get Caitlin to come to Phoenix. And she's like, yeah, how interesting it is. Now I'm here in Indiana. I say here, not that I'm there, but she's there. So here in Indiana. But the video was really complimentary of this team, complimentary of Phoenix, where she came from, but she's so ready for a new start, so appreciative of this staff, so ready to work with Caitlin Clark. And speaking of that, I believe she sent a message right here. I'm over here on YouTube, Sky Agnes Fieldhouse Files. And again, I'm only going to show you just a little bit, but I believe there's a message in there. And if you're playing in this league, pay attention.
Everybody. And so I want her to go do her thing, and anything she needs from me, I'm going to be here. But again, I think that like just the competitor that I am, I'm fierce, I'm sassy. I stick up for my teammates, stick up for myself. And so sometimes I think that's okay to be feisty and to be yourself, but I'm excited to play in front of the fans. I think that she's drawn a lot of people.
Y'all heard that, right? Of course, you guys knew that already. If you knew anything about Sophie Cunningham, that's something that people were really excited about, because she's not going to take no mess. And she made it clear. I stick up for my teammates. I stick up for myself. I'm going to be me. And that's a good thing. Again, I stick up for my teammates, so we don't have to worry about anybody sticking up for Caitlin Clark. I think that's covered anyway with this team. But Sophie Cunningham just put it right out there. I'm sassy. I'm sticking up for my teammates, and I'm sticking up for myself. So y'all just take notes. Just saying. I appreciate that. And I'm sure Caitlin Clark in particular will appreciate that as well. And so will all the fans. Okay, so now let's go to her workout. Already in the gym, putting up shots, getting reps in, and just got to Indiana. I like it. Get that workout in, girl. Keep Porter with a big old grin. Big old cheesy grin, Keith Porter. Hey, you get to Indiana, why wait? Let's get in the gym. Let's get to working. All right. Like I said, I'm excited, and I get to be excited because she's excited. I like to see players who are excited about what they're doing and excited about this particular team. And I understand we got to say, it's got to work out. We got to figure out the egos. By the way, in that interview, and again, I'll put the link in the description, she talks about putting aside egos and let's just get to work. Just get down in the nitty gritty and let's get to work. So I know we have to figure all that out. The coaching staff has that challenge of being able to manage the talent. And I'm just saying, if she's excited, I'm going to be excited. And there's something to be said for not trying to say, yeah, well, if we win, then it's okay. But if we I'm thinking about a championship, she said. And what's wrong with that? Again, I liken this to politicians. I have a certain appreciation for the politician who says, yes, I absolutely intend to run for governor. Not the other ones who are, not the politician who's the mayor. I mean, I get how all that works, but the politician is the mayor. They're like, oh, we hear you're running for governor. Are you running for governor? Well, I'm just taking it one day at a time. And the only thing I'm concerned about are my constituents right here where I am. And should the door open, then I'll walk through. Listen, I like when you say, I have every intention of serving my state in this capacity. Yes. And that's the same thing here. Not that these players are politicians, although some of them act like it, but that's a whole different story and a different person. In any case, yeah, the first thing I thought is championship. Yes, we want to win championships. Yes, this team, I look at this team, we can win championships. I like that because then that's the expectation. You didn't just not make a goal. I used to tell my students, first week of school, what's your goal for this year in this class? Well, I kind of want to do well. Can we get more specific? Because what does well mean? How are you going to measure it, right? And when I go out and speak and to my students, I've shared this. There's that, I think, is it Charlie Brown? There's some cartoon where someone has the bow and arrow and they just release the arrow, and then wherever it lands, they go get the paint, the red paint, and then they draw the bullseye after the arrow lands. So it's sort of like, well, wherever I ended up, like that's where I wanted to be. No, set the goal, set the target. The bullseye is now there. Now you can shoot for it. So the bullseye is there, and the bullseye for this team, and Sophie Cunningham is a part of this team, is a championship. That's what I'm hoping for. It's going to be a lot of work. There may be ups and downs. Of course there will be. But the ultimate goal has been put out there, and I'm excited about it. How about you? Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. Welcome, Sophie. I'll catch you next time, God willing. God bless you abundantly.